You're not changing anything.
It's really good.
Welcome to Fortuitous Time with Modern Wild. This is the Modern Wild podcast. We are 2/3 of the band, the Modern Wild. Okay, do you like the name? You love the name. Let us know in the comments. You like it. You love it. With me, we have Garrett, the G-Man Jackman, also known as Government Man.
Hi, I work for the government.
We have Michael, the Sad Boy Britain, whatever his last name is.
Hi, I work for the government.
He does. We have none other than Danny, the Bully Pruitt, okay?
Rough and tumble.
Rough and tumble.
Say something, Dan.
Shut the fuck up.
I am Ben, the Ben, Alicia. That's what they call me around these parts.
Can we call you Bender?
I would
Bend her?
I would appreciate you didn't.
You work-
Just respect my nickname, please.
Do you guys work for the government?
I do not.
No, that's you, dude.
And Mike. I like to think Mike's like a post office worker. I'm like FBI.
We got some we got some good topics for you guys out there. We're killing it. We're straight killing the game right now.
That remains to be seen.
We're killing the game, trust me. Okay? So stay tuned for a podcast about four white guys that opinions have no bearing on the outside world. Right now.
All right. Here we are, guys. How y'all doing today?
I'm okay.
Just okay?
Better have diarrhea, probably.
That's cool. That's cool. So, guys, I have seen a lot of shit this week.
In the comments?
And no, I just seen a lot of shit. None of you guys can prove that's not true. So here I am saying it to America. I've seen some shit this week. I've seen 2 movies and 1 episode of TV this week. I know. Brace yourselves.
4.5 hours of shit.
I saw Deceptive Pikachu. He was just sneaky the whole time.
I thought the deceptive part was that you thought it was going to be great and it was okay.
The deceptive part was that I thought it was going to be Pikachu. It wasn't. It was just Ryan Reynolds the whole time. Detective Pikachu is pretty good. That it made me really uncomfortable when it showed
His penis?
Squirtle going full penny on like just human Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, he made a cameo and got penetrated?
It wasn't even cameo.
Does that qualify as a cameo?
Oh, Squirtle!
Yeah, no, I thought it. I mean, honestly, it was pretty tastefully done, but it's just like this is a kids movie.
Was it CGI Ryan Reynolds? Not even the real Ryan Reynolds?
Yes. Yeah, it was like a full rendering,
CG
but like
Reynolds?
but like a 2001 or like think about the graphic quality you would see in the movie Ghost Rider with Nicolas Cage. Just imagine whatever that quality would be of graphics.
Okay, I'm there.
It was that version of Ryan Reynolds.
Well, because they spent all their budget on the Pokemon.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh shit, we forgot the human modeling.
We forgot Reynolds.
Yeah.
Did they have a
Forgetting Reynolds.
Jim Henson-esque Squirtle?
Yeah, it was like a Muppet
It was like
Squirtle.
a Muppet squirrel in a CGI Ryan Reynolds.
Muppet Squirrel.
It's not even Pokemon.
It was a squirrel that they painted blue. Is Squirtle at all squirrel?
Well, no,
He's a
look at his
turtle.
tail. No,
I
but
know
his tail
Squirtle
is-
to Ertle, but you take out the T and that's just squirrel.
Yeah, no.
He
And
does
got
have a
the
yeah.
He has
tail
like a
is-
squirrely tail.
Yeah.
Turtles have tails.
Yeah, but not
Yeah,
like
no,
that.
no, but they're like triangles.
They're a little tiny.
Squirtles is like an actual like wrapped up.
It's like a
squirrel.
fluffy tail.
War Turtles is like a fluffy
His is
tail.
white and fluffy, like the clouds. of the
Squirtle
gods.
has the little...
Oh, well, his
No,
next
Squirtle
episode-
has it's like the big. It's blue, but it's like a coil almost.
Pull it up.
Yeah, let's fact
We're
check.
gonna get to the bottom.
I'm
of it.
clicking on the link right here.
I'm
right.
wrong.
But if this is true, I have a lot of re-examining to do. I don't think.
You don't think it was as tasteful?
No. If it's a cross species blue animal.
Dude, there's a lot of interspecies mingling. Yeah, look at that,
Yeah,
dude.
I was wrong.
We'll put
I'm
a
sorry.
picture up here.
Okay. Then it's not tasteful.
I was wrong.
then the final ruling is not tasteful.
Because he was from a real animal.
Yeah.
This came from.
Was it the Squirtle Squad?
Yeah. No, yeah,
Dude, he
it was
so
a
badass.
gang kind of a bukkake scenario going on,
Ryan Reynolds was walking down a dark alley and
and
That he shouldn't have been.
It broke bad for him. Ben, I know you also definitely saw this movie. What was your favorite part?
the favorite part about Detective Pikachu.
Yeah, Deceptive Detective Pikachu.
Oh my god, there was like so many. Honestly, I loved watching this movie, and I loved the fact that I was there watching it.
You were.
I was.
You can confirm.
I was watching this movie, and I was like, no.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool too. I liked that part of the movie too.
Yep.
Also, I saw John Wick 3.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah, I know. It was.
Oh,
You know
Carter,
what?
you started the trilogy with John Wick 3.
Yeah, I
He
did.
did. And then he came home and said, hey, you guys want to watch John Wick 1? And I'm like, why? And he's like,
And
I just
we
saw
said-
John Wick 3. And I'm like, I think you're doing that wrong.
Okay. And that was convincing enough. Why? I just saw 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the George Lucas way of doing things. You start at 4.
Well, yeah, because the trilogies are
I don't
all-
know.
Yeah, you
Watching it
start-
3, 1, 2 is any kind of.
And the craziest part is that when you watch
still
John
get
Wick
it.
1, it starts at the end of the movie. Like,
Oh, shit.
it starts like,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
him getting out of the
And
Suburban,
he's like
whatever.
sitting on the ground watching an iPhone video.
Yeah, he's like, come home, John.
No, that's not him.
Let's
that's
go
his
home."
wife.
Oh, no,
He's
he's,
looking at- he's saying
No, he's
it.
watching the video. Oh, come on, John. Let's go home.
yeah, he's saying it in a mirror. The whole movie's he's mad because his mirror was broken by a thief, and he can no longer talk to himself on video and watch it when he's not at home.
He was
and
like in
then telling him to go home. That's the only way he knows when it's time to go home.
He was in the mirror and he's like, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Home.
Home. And then he closes the medicine cabinet. He's like, it was good.
Yeah, that was good. Good take, me. No, John Wick 3 honestly was fucking rad. Like super awesome action. When the meteor hit Earth, I was like, this movie's off the rails. But other than that, super good.
Go check it out.
How much candle making was in John Wick?
It was 80. Well, I mean, just the middle part. I'll let you digest that for a second.
That's great. That's great. Let's talk about Game of Thrones, okay? Everybody's talking about it. Everybody love it. Everybody talk about it. Okay?
Yeah, but we must keep this 100% spoiler full.
Listen, I just can't believe all of the Starbucks cameos in Game of Thrones.
Advertisement these days.
Actually, I
You know?
really don't want to talk about Game of Thrones that much. I'm so glad at the way I was able to finish the way it ended for me personally.
The way you
I'm
were able
so-
to finish while watching Game of Thrones.
Yes. I was just watching like, I can't believe it's over. That's great.
Was it sad or happy?
Yes.
Oh no, I loved it, and I just don't want to hear anybody talk about it anymore. The whole last 2 weeks, all I've been hearing is everybody shit on Game of Thrones. And yeah, it's got some low points, but you know what? It's over now. It's over now. We can
You can
stop.
always tell a TV show is really bad when they try to do a crossover with another TV show. I just don't know why they didn't choose a contemporary show and instead they tried to go for the 80s Garfield cartoon.
Well, I mean, Garfield had to take the throne.
Yeah.
It was,
I-
it was
just
the only
didn't make
option.
sense.
It was the only option.
I don't know. I just feel like they could have used a more contemporary cartoon.
Well, those were the two. Yeah, I mean, why did they take
Like
some-
Street Sharks.
yeah.
Contemporary.
I mean, they're rollerblading, they're skateboarding. I think they only rollerbladed, honestly. What did the Street Sharks do? I don't remember.
Did they all have blades?
I think they all just had
I don't remember.
rollerblades. I think that was it. The Street Sharks just rollerbladed.
Did they didn't like run on foot? Did they?
No,
That'd
never.
be
You're thinking
weirder.
of, you're thinking of Rocket Power.
No,
Were they all
no, Street
rollerbladed?
Sharks.
They were all rollerbladers.
No, Rocket Power, they all had skateboards and shit.
Skateboard bike. Reggie was on rollerblades.
They all did it all though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They were
Street
like-
Sharks, I had 2 Street Sharks toys, and both of them had rollerblades. So
So-
as far as I'm concerned, all they did was rollerblade.
Or maybe they did.
Our sample size.
Did they fight crime or did they just rollerblade?
They
I
were
think
just
they fought
I think
crime
they were,
with hockey sticks.
I think they were trying to get away from being persecuted, from being sharks on land.
It's illegal.
Religious persecution.
They were just trying to find freedom.
aren't we all? Yeah, Game of Thrones. Again, I don't know what it
Hey,
is.
if you haven't seen it,
I saw there were 2 more water bottles that got left in.
Yeah, it was like behind
Really?
a guy's foot. Yeah, it was just a water bottle.
Bunch of dudes sitting in like kind of like this, a row of chairs, and just like behind a guy's leg, and the leg of the chair and his leg. There's just like an Aquafina bottle.
Did they just not try?
No, I just don't think they noticed, honestly, 100%. I think they were like so just trying to fucking do this right. I think they tried so hard to do it right, to end it right, that they forgot to do it right.
That makes
They had
sense.
rushed it so hard they just had to do it live.
They
and
did not
fuck,
rush
There's
it.
a water bottle right there.
There's
Keep
no way they
going.
rushed this thing because it took 2 years to make. So
Yeah,
for 6 episodes, it took 2 years. So
logic does not line up there. Yeah, I thought it was good.
maybe they did it on purpose. We should have. There should. You know what? If there was like after the Game of Thrones thing, you know how DB Weiss and the other fucking dude always do it. They would have talked. They would like in the scene. We thought that Daenerys she was thirsty. So I mean, if you go back to previous seasons, you would see that she didn't drink much water. So we thought it was important for this scene to have Aquafina.
Yeah, she's definitely like at least fairly dehydrated by this point. So
And that would explain her actions as a character.
Absolutely. You see what she did here, what she wanted you to see it, and that's why she did it. Yeah. Really good. Just again, the meteorites. I don't understand what's the
What is
modern
the
day
deal with that?
fascination.
putting-
Did you see that?
Meteorites and everything.
And NASA won't shut up about it either. A meteor might hit us in 100 years. How we defend? I don't know. Watch Detective Pikachu.
Call the dragon. Blow it up. Call Bruce Willis for fuck's sake. He's dealt with it before.
Wait, hold on. This is actually good. I don't know how much of you guys seen about this NASA meteor thing.
0.
Absolutely 0.
Literally, it's been like all over the fucking like my Google newsfeed. It's just constantly like NASA's figuring out how to stop this meteor that has like a 1 in 29 chance of hitting us in 30 years or whatever. Their plan, and I can't. I think the article was from a reputable news source. Said that their plan was based off the movie Armageddon.
Rad.
No joke. They said that their main plan is to figure out how to bring a detonation device to the asteroid before it gets to Earth and blow it up there.
What do you suggest?
I don't know, but that makes me a little nervous when they're basing it off
A terrible movie.
Armageddon from the 90s.
Did it work?
It did work.
It worked.
But Bruce Willis didn't come home, man.
Bruce Willis did not come home.
Well, did they?
No, but Ben Affleck did, so I guess he's next.
Hey, look,
He kind of knows how to do that too.
He survived that Batman movie, so he can he can get through anything, I think.
Look, I just think that's crazy, though. How? Why? Literally, all the top NASA like space program people for all of the world came to this like big meeting and said,
They just watched Armageddon.
There's just a whiteboard and it's just a giant circle, and inside of it says Armageddon, and the guy with the pointer just like.
Yeah. Wow, that's really rich. This
great.
is the world that we live in.
Are you looking for
folks.
it?
Yeah.
Well, in the next 100 years, hopefully a better asteroid movie comes out, and we can go off that.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say a better asteroid comes and knocks this one off track.
Look, if the asteroid gets defeated by just a nuclear detonation, that asteroid ain't shit. I want a better one to come kill us.
Yeah.
You know?
That's all you got.
Do the job
I thought it was
right.
gonna be like a sweet asteroid battle, or like kind of.
Launch an asteroid at it.
Yeah, there you go.
We've been building an asteroid.
Yeah, it's like a like galactic pool table type scenario. Yeah, that's great. Wow, I can't even believe that I'm alive today.
Steve Buscemi too, wasn't he up there?
I don't remember.
Steven
Honestly,
Tyler was up there. I remember very clearly.
Yeah.
But it was like
Too bad
like
he came back.
the the spectral form of Steven Tyler's catfish lips up in space.
and he's like, that's straight up how he just came back. Like he jumped, he propelled himself off the asteroid, and when he was entering the atmosphere, he just stretched his lips into a parachute, drifted back to Earth safely.
Took one for the team.
Yeah, so that brings me to a news story. Oh no, okay, go for it.
Oh, it's not funny, but
It's interesting.
apparently there's supposed to be a really big one flying about half an AU away from Earth on Saturday.
That's why they're trying to figure this out now, because they're like, we've had a lot of close calls with asteroids. What do we do if one's actually like its trajectory is coming straight for Earth?
Well, we might die on Saturday, is what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
On Saturday, it's going to be half an AU from Earth.
No, they've already said that one's gonna pass. It's gonna be a close one, but it's gonna pass.
That's still crazy far.
I was really hedging my bets on this asteroid hitting us.
I need some money.
How much? He took an asteroid insurance policy out. How the hell is he gonna get this money?
I don't know.
You gotta throw yourself into the way of the asteroid so that way Alexis gets the life insurance policy.
That was the plan.
Seems like a good plan. But turns out it was a corpse dummy. Mike and Alexis ran away to Bermuda with the insurance payout.
I wonder what the insurance payout. Dan,
Depends on your policy.
what's the insurance payout on an asteroid death?
I don't know. We do like workers' comp and shit. I don't know about asteroid protection.
Well, get on it.
Okay, well, what if an asteroid hits me at work? What's the payout on that?
He's not very
Were
good.
you on the clock?
Yes.
Say no.
He's not.
Workers' comp won't cover that.
wait.
No.
Wait, why would he admit that he wasn't on the clock?
The deductibles.
That's insurance, baby.
Bananas.
That's insurance. Anytime you get hurt at work, say you're not working.
That brings me to a news story. Have you guys seen this? Have you heard about this? It's Jeff Bezos has plans to extract the moon's water.
You know it's there.
You know it's there. Sea of Tranquility, water. All the other ones,
Water.
also water.
With what? To be the first one to do it?
Well, you know what? Let's
Or like
find out.
Are they think it's like magic water, or is there like stuff in it?
Moon Man water juice. Magic,
Hold on,
Magic Moon Man water juice.
There's our sponsor.
What about all the moisture that's left in the poop bag sitting from?
Yeah.
That's true.
Previous-
We've been over this. Maybe there's just a sweet farm on the moon, but it's on the backside. It's like a cold farm.
Dark side.
Backside of the moon.
Backside of the moon.
You know where we just don't see.
That
Yeah.
moon's, that moon's sweet dairy air.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess he wants to. I don't know if it's a pissing contest with Elon Musk or what's going on, but he like also is trying to get into the space race,
he's
which
doing
is
a
a
pretty
thing
good-
again. I guess the space race is just a thing
But
again.
But now it's like internally in America. It's like which billionaire is going to do it first?
But as I understand it now, Jeff Bezos is doing more with NASA specifically. Like he has, while Elon's more just like, I'm gonna do it. I'm
Fuck
like, "Oh,
NASA. What do you guys know?
Built a rocket.
I fucking built a car, so clearly I'm getting to Mars.
Yeah, so I guess in addition to leading Amazon and owning the Washington Post, which I did not know he owned the Washington Post,
That's why Trump hates him so much.
a company called Blue Origin. He's been working on something for the past 3 years. He unveiled it. It's a giant spacecraft designed to touch down gently on the lunar surface, plus a small rover with droopy eyes that looks like Wall-E, which is, it's good for the kids.
Did he name it Wally?
No, I don't think so.
He probably
He
named
just
it
said
Jeffy.
it's an incredible vehicle and it's going
Jeffy.
to the moon. He said decisively.
Going to the moon.
Going to the moon. But what's interesting about this is he said we're going to the moon, and this time it's
staying.
Yeah, it's to stay. That's literally what he said.
He's gonna fucking terraform Mars or moons.
Yeah,
Moonses.
All of our moons.
space is the only way to go is another quote. I'm just skimming through this because honestly, it's not that interesting. But
Space is the only way to go. I don't have any time.
the quote that stuck out to me the most, it says, "People are going to want to live here." I don't know if
Like
like
getting into real estate now?
Remember when Amazon started off as like a small company that sold books?
that's all it was. And now they have warehouses full of books, and
they're
they're like,
going to
take
the
our
moon."
fucking books to the moon. Maybe they're just going there to put all their books.
Listen,
There.
we're gonna have droids that take your package from the moon to your front door.
I swear to God, it'd be
Believe
worth it. if
One
you
day
can-
shipping from the moon.
Yeah, if you can get 2 day shipping, Prime
From the moon.
from the moon.
Oh,
It's worth it.
Amazon Optimus Prime shipping.
There.
Just listen to my boots.
There we go.
Yes, that's interesting. Jeff Bezos going to the moon.
Bezos.
I hope he just gets in the little podcast, like he just waves by to the Earth, and then
Bye,
he
Jeff.
stays on the moon.
Bye, Mr. B.
Hey, Jeff Bezos.
Bye, friends.
I favor him over Elon Musk. He does a lot of charity work. While Elon Musk is like, yeah, give me the money.
Yeah,
I'm
but Jeff
going to
Bezos
Mars."
also like criminally underpays Amazon employees.
Whose fault is that?
For sure,
yeah,
Jeff
but-
Bezos. Like Elon doesn't let them unionize, but at least he pays them decently. As far as I know, I'm not an expert, and
And the working conditions are not nearly as poor as Amazon's.
yeah, it's pretty bad. It's like
then he
it's
gives
like
back to them.
It's like Walmart. No,
For
he gives back to other people.
No, because they'll need the charity after working there. And where do you get it from? Your boss.
Yeah, but
Bezos.
can Tesla?
Too bad he's on the moon.
Can Tesla ship you protein powder in 2 days?
They
one
could,
day,
they just don't
depending on
want
if it's a
to.
warehouse. If it's in the warehouse, it comes in one.
True.
They can build a rocket to ship it right here.
Yeah.
Not gonna.
Just a rocket blasts through the house, just tears off the roof. Put your packages there.
In a little like parachute. And then it takes off and blows out the rest of it. Going to the moon.
I'm going home.
Wow. Jeff Bezos, huh?
What a guy.
American hero legend.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't take that away from Shamar Moore. That's all he's got.
So recently I was I started I'm in kind of a crisis mode of like I don't know what TV show to be watching now that I just can't
Now that you got yourself wrapped up in all these TV shows that you watch with me once a month.
yeah and like I'm looking for something to just kind of fill the void and so I started with here's my journey. I'm going to take you guys through it. I started with Supernatural, which I heard is really good after season 1, but season 1's like super hokey, and I got like a few episodes in, and I was like, I don't know if this is the right flavor for me right now. I may go back and watch it later. So then I was like, what's a better version of Supernatural? The X-Files is where I went, and it is really good. But at the same time, it's like every episode I've seen so far is like Mulder sees something crazy, but like Scully had already been like, "It's okay, go on ahead. I'll help this poor lady." And then like Mulder doesn't see it, or Scully doesn't see it, but Mulder does, and then Scully has to put into her report like, "I cannot verify," blah blah blah, and it just seems to be a little formulaic. I like the campiness, but it wasn't quite.
That's the thing, though, man.
It's 8 seasons of that, and every episode is gold. I swear to God.
But that's the thing is, you never know what you see, okay?
I swear to God, it's
And that's
fucking
it.
awesome.
I know it is super cool, but it just wasn't scratching my itch.
Well, how many episodes in are you?
5.
Oh, come on, dude.
I know, I'm not giving up on it.
No, watch the. Did you get to the where they have to go to Antarctica yet?
Is that the one where the guy falls in the hole in the beginning?
No.
Oh, shit.
Maybe.
Is that the one that scared you as a kid?
Oh, it was a movie, wasn't
I think
it?
that's the
Where a little
movie.
kid falls in a hole. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that scared the shit out of me as a kid. I was that kid.
Me, but my memory was erased.
But
But then I saw myself in a movie, and I was like, "What the?"
Theme song hits
And
every
then
time.
Scully was like, "Can I confirm?"
it's a shame. But
I'm sitting right in front of you telling all this.
the first time I watched through X-Files, I just kind of went to all of the Monster of the Week episodes.
You skip the myth arc, as they say.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can just read about it. It's fine.
But you just said it's a shame.
No, yeah,
No, yeah.
no.
So,
No, you
so
have
which one? What should I do?
You have to watch all of the Monster of the Week episodes.
Not
And skip the myth ones?
I mean, if they're boring, if it's not hitting you right,
But that would be a shame if you did that.
Garrett, you're not going to want to do
it's
that.
the show is so worth it that if the long arc isn't interesting to you, skip through it.
All of this just seems heavily contradictory.
okay. Well, I'll take that into advice.
Somehow.
Anyway,
that makes sense.
it wasn't scratching my itch perfectly.
Okay.
At the moment, so then I started watching drumroll Criminal Minds.
Oh, no.
My-
Favorite of mine.
Another favorite of mine.
Mike's raging over here.
which Shamar Moore? You just brought up Shamar Moore.
Yes.
And it made me realize
I did. Actually, Ben did.
one of you people.
I brought up one of many American hero legends.
And I said, you don't take that away from Shamar.
Yeah, that is Shamar's mantle. And it just wasn't like it. No, it was good. Like I watched one episode, I was like, okay, because I used to watch it with my family a little bit growing up, and it's like it's cool. The FBI, I like the investigative thing, and DJ Qualls is in the pilot, which is interesting.
You know what's funny about DJ Qualls? You never see him on the 1s and 2s.
Is that's a hip hop reference you made?
That's just a DJ reference.
Okay, gotcha. Somebody out there loved that.
One of the 5 of you, and 4 of us are us.
And the other one's Brian. So hopefully Brian's another member of the band that lives abroad.
R.I.P. my baby boy.
We'll call him in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll call him. No, we
Brian, update.
but yeah, I realized that a boss of mine at my restaurant job looks strikingly similar to Shamar Moore. You know the gentleman I'm talking about. And I told him that the other day, and he almost looked disappointed. And he was like, "Yeah."
In what?
And he was like, "Yeah, I get that a lot." And I was like,
How is that a bad thing?
"Yeah." I was like, "Michael, that's a handsome man." He goes, "Yeah, it is a handsome man."
No, he's talking about the rest of Shamar Moore, which is the
my
bad shows and bad acting.
Bad shows, bad acting.
Criminal Minds is
Hot
dope.
take.
You shut your mouth.
Look, no one gives a shit about Shamar Moore. That's why they place him in SWAT or whatever the fuck he's in.
Yeah, what's the new show that he's in?
On CB, like, we're actually, they say American Badass Hero Legend Warrior.
Yeah. I sort of.
It's funny. We saw that ad a million times while watching football last year,
And I
we
never
have
saw
no
it on
idea.
TV.
but we cannot remember. All we
don't
remember
even know
about
the
it is
name.
Shamar. No, we don't.
That's the kind of shit he gets put in because that's where Shamar Moore belongs.
It's our fault for not watching it. It could be incredible.
Yeah. That's a harsh take to
Come at me, Shamar Moore. Somebody tweet this at him. Get him on the podcast.
Ben's got a
The
hot take.
podcast tears apart Shamar Moore.
I'm secretly trying to trick Shamar Moore into being on our podcast.
It's reverse psychology.
Also, this is where he belongs.
And we're moving on. So when I was doing research for like news articles and stuff for today's cast, this isn't by any means recent news. In fact, it is from the year 955.
That's not that long ago.
I don't think I've seen this. I don't think I've heard about this.
You definitely haven't seen it. You may have heard about it. It's Pope John the Seventh, and it was just
What's he up to now?
PJ7, yeah.
PJ Seven.
Tattooed.
He was either A, terrible pope, B, a complete badass, or more likely C, somewhere that
Those are
encompasses
all-
both of
Those are all
those.
real different. So, how do we get to the bottom of it?
Well, the link is just a Wikipedia page. I'm not going to read his whole Wikipedia, so I'll just read a little headline that I saw on Reddit, on the Today I Learned Reddit thread. Pope John VII was the only pope who was ever beaten to death by a jealous husband for sleeping with his wife. Pope. That's part one.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So, part one, he dies.
Okay.
Yeah, but he slept.
okay,
He was like the guy whose butt you see running down the street, you know?
Trying to put a sock on.
The gimme 3 steps Leonard Skinnerd Pope.
He's like, I blessed your wife last night, asshole.
Boom! Gave her a halo, whatever that means.
Imagine killing the Pope.
Oh my
Beating the
God.
Pope to death.
Yeah.
Yes, I can.
Do you
I don't have to.
I hope he was Catholic.
For all the shit they can. Well, of course.
The guy that...
Yeah.
Why, so he didn't
complete
burn
the
and go to hell?
irony
Because
circle.
only
Because
Catholics
he
go to
fucking
heaven?
rapes babies.
No, so he could just go and ask for forgiveness. That's what Catholicism
And
is
that's
all
it.
about.
You wipe your hands?
Catholicism is about
the
making
whole
you
situation.
feel bad for everything you've
Yeah,
done.
you go do some evil shit, and then you
but
say,
they
I'm
don't
sorry.
Ever, yeah, but they
and
don't
you
even
get drunk.
forgive you all the way. They're like,
No, they don't, but
They're like-
but our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ does.
Yeah.
well,
And that's the point.
yeah, but the priests are like, you're like, please forgive me, and they're like, I forgive you, but you're going to hell.
No. You're absolved of your sins.
Wow, you spent so much time in a Catholic church.
I did.
That's exactly how it goes every single time.
No, yeah, they guilt the shit out of you.
You
And
put
then
you
you
put
get-
you put on 2 different socks. Hell.
Yeah, that's a sin. Also, he was accused. Accused. Yeah, I know.
way.
PJ7 got accused.
No, no.
Over 1,000 years ago.
Say it isn't so, Garrett. Please.
He was accused
Not my boy.
of turning the Papal Palace, which I assume is just like the Vatican Palace,
What is something else? You know what I'm saying?
into a brothel.
Oh, it is something else.
Yeah, the Pope's palace was a brothel.
Do you
for a
think he
little
gave?
while.
Do you think he gave good papal smears?
That was in poor taste, Michael. And also only loosely relevant. That's a
Was he Catholic? Sounding like.
No.
I think he just like
was just some
weaseled his way
dude.
into being the Pope with no religious.
sounds like he set the precedent for most popes afterwards. Is what it sounds like to me.
If I'm not wrong, I'm pretty sure all popes have to be Catholic, right?
You are not wrong.
No.
What?
No.
Which one is right?
Yes.
So you
Yeah, no, the
explain
Pope.
why?
The Pope's a lottery. It's a population lottery. You.
Sweet dude.
Yeah,
It's
you could be the next Pope. I could be the next Pope.
So I just enter the ticket.
You don't even have to do that. They just pull it from the. That's why they take the consensus every year or every 10
Wait,
years.
no,
Whatever
so it's a voting.
I think it's
thing,
every
though.
10
The
years.
consensus?
Isn't that what it's called?
No, that's for us. That's like population.
Yeah, that's why they do it. You write down your name
And then you throw it in the big blue flame they put out in the middle of the.
Wait, so you write your name? Wait,
town
hold
hall.
on.
in the goblet, and it says Ben Alicia. You are Pope.
And then they just put the hat on.
Yeah, they put the hat on you, and you're like,
It's like way too big.
The sleeves.
Peace
Yeah.
be with y'all.
Oh, you said it.
You said the thing.
and that's the plot for
Poping it to the
a
streets.
pretty sweet movie, I think.
Shamar Moore is the Pope. There's a show called The Bad Pope, right?
Yeah,
This one's gonna
Jude
be-
Law was in it.
The Good Pope. The Dope Pope.
Oh, think of the good
Starring
place.
Shamar Moore.
The good pope.
The Dope Pope.
He was
Pope-a-dope.
also accused of sleeping with his niece.
Oh, see, there's that. Now it's
Yeah.
more like a pope.
Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah,
That's real Alabama of him.
that's not. Yeah,
And he can't do anything about it now.
Nope, had to have it.
toasting to the devil. Like
I
saluting,
toast to the devil.
saluting the devil.
These all happened 1,000 years ago. Like,
Yeah,
More than
dude.
that.
That's why they fucking killed him. That 1,000 years ago.
No,
They were like, this guy
they,
sucks.
they
Let's
killed
just
him for
beat his
sleep.
face.
Some dude just killed him for boinking his wife.
But no, does it say anywhere in this article how the dude got punished? Because they're probably just like, yeah, whatever. Guy sucks.
whatever.
Yeah, so he toasted the devil.
I wish I could hear that toast.
Right? That would be epic.
You know who I wish was here?
Here's to you, the devil.
I'm
Without you,
sorry he couldn't make
my
it.
job wouldn't exist. Which is actually, I guess, true. Maybe that's the toast. I don't know the context.
Family Guy covered that.
Did they?
Yeah, where Peter becomes a patriot and then he thanks God and also the devil because
Interesting.
everybody's got to have a reason.
Sometimes.
Makes of the world go around.
You learn something new every day.
The light side and the dark side.
You never thought you'd learn something from Family Guy, though.
He ordained a 10-year-old boy as a minister.
And the boy's
I'll
like,
chalk that up to the badass side.
That's pretty funny.
and the boy's like, the body of Christ will be these Jolly Ranchers.
And he misused his funds to pay gambling debts.
That's the least shocking of all of these.
That just
I'd
sounds
be
like
shocked
some,
if he didn't.
Yeah,
that just sounds like something you do if you're some like fucking mastermind criminal man.
that's just politics.
This guy just sounds like a con artist criminal. I don't think he was. It's just 100% like he wasn't going to be the Pope, and then someone made the Pope, and he's like, okay, I'm going to abuse this like crazy.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Also, if you're the Pope, do you just like slay? If he's just like bringing in chicks, he's just like, you want to go to hell? Just have sex with me if you don't want to.
Oh yeah, no.
Hey, you want to see my other Pope hat?
Because they don't cut it. That's a good joke. Yeah, no, but like that was the Pope, and like during that time, I mean, I'm not too
You said 950?
955. I don't know when like Joan of Arc and the Crusades happened.
Way after.
It was way after. Okay, so this was like Catholicism. Did they like kind of sort of rule the world at that point?
well, that's like right. That's kind
I
of
mean,
like
Jesus had not been dead for a century.
No, that was like kind of right after like the Holy Roman Empire. I think 950. It's after Julius, I'm pretty sure. And there's the plane crashing.
Well, with my history degree, I know that
Of Catholic studies.
my Catholic history degree,
Majored in Catholic studies.
Popology.
the minor in
Popedemia.
Popedemics.
When was the Ottoman Empire?
Ottoman was, I want to say, like
It says conflict with Otto.
Auto rocket.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna keep talking about it because I don't think the rest of it's probably that interesting.
I mean, I don't know. That's pretty crazy, man.
Isn't it? Like that was the Pope, and like he, had probably at that time one of the most powerful figures in the world.
Well, I do
Doesn't
know.
sound too far off of where we're.
No, it's
Where we're at.
funny how time's sort of cyclical. We need to break the wheel.
For a long time, the papacy was actually more of a political organization than it was a religious one. That's not very funny, but it's the truth.
It makes sense. I mean, at that point in time, it seems like that was,
it was more functional towards keeping. It actually kept governments afloat, too.
like from an order standpoint or from a financial standpoint?
From a financial standpoint.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
So you're just gonna shut down the Pope like that?
That was the Pope. Mike
That was the Pope.
Mike just
This
got
is not a good time.
just got
Hey,
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Benedict, come on, man. No, that's not the Pope. Who's the Pope right now?
Garcia. I don't know.
No,
Pope
it's,
Francis?
Yeah,
Francis.
It's one. It's
one of the
it's a
franchise. The franchise.
PF6.
PFC.
PF6.
Buonasera.
Are we starting again?
Yep, we have been.
Okay, we're back.
And we're just now back.
Yeah, now
I'm
we're-
leaving all of that in before.
Now we're back.
Right when Mike hangs up the phone.
Okay, I've got a. What, you got something, Mike?
I do.
Okay.
Who's the
Sorry.
Pope? Today's question of the day. Who's the Pope?
Is that what we're learning?
It's Pope Francis.
Yes.
And I would like to highlight his November 2015 release.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how many people know about this.
I think a lot of people do.
You drop an album?
He dropped an album, Wake Up. It's called
Wake Up, I'm the Pope.
Wake Up (parentheses Pope Francis album).
Clever.
The header on the Wikipedia article reads: "Wake Up, music album with his words and prayers, is a progressive rock album by Pope Francis, released on the 27th of November, 2015.
It's like Dream Theater.
The album is formed of speeches by Pope Francis recorded in numerous locations worldwide between 2013 and 2015, with accompanying music tracks of prayers and hymns by various Italian artists and producers."
How do we get on that?
Wait, so was it curated by him or like does he perform?
I don't know. It's
I hope he
pretty much
performs.
I do.
I picture
do
it as like a
too.
rap mixtape.
I want to rock Pope.
Like he's passing out front of the Vatican, like with the cardboard box.
Check out my mixtape. The shit
I don't have
is a
any
fire.
I don't have any money.
Like imagine rapping in Latin. You thought BTS was big?
It is-
Latin Pope rap.
Wake Up,
Very niche, very hot.
LPR.
Wake Up, Go Forward is identified as the most rocking.
Wake up, go forward.
Yes.
I remember hearing it when it came out, and it was reminiscent of the Halo soundtrack.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
Yeah, and like sweet, like Steve Vai guitar licks, and like
and then like for some reason
really
Breaking
weird.
Benjamin comes in.
It's weird.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
just wanted
Well,
to highlight that.
I need to hear that. I need
yeah.
to listen.
Blow me away.
Imagine that, like album release party. What kind of celebs do you think the Pope pulled?
Dude, how many people do you think he slayed?
Like
Like an all-white release party.
yeah, and gold as well,
Yeah, white and gold.
white and gold.
That's something I can get down with.
Like you know my man
white and gold. You know what I'm saying?
Sean P. Puff Diddy Daddy Combs was there.
Yo.
You know Jay-Z went in an all-white suit
yeah.
trying to show up the Pope, and the
Yeah.
Pope's like, no, my son.
You got to get out.
No,
Oh,
man,
Pope,
he's
this shit is dope.
No, he's Latino.
Who?
The
Jay-Z?
Pope.
He's
from-
Pope
he's from-
Garcia.
I mean,
Garcia
he speaks
Francis.
12 languages, and
No,
he
he's-
lives in Italy, so he has an Italian accent.
You have to talk like that for the
No,
Pope.
Pope
no,
Hernandez
you guys are wrong.
Francis.
He is from. His name's Jorge. Birth name is Jorge.
Dope.
Jorge Francis?
Jorge Francis.
I think you get a Pope name when you're
Oh,
ordained.
you definitely do.
Buenos Aires.
Okay, that's not. That's not.
Is that where is that?
That's in the South America.
Yeah, that's what I said. Isn't that
What country?
Latin?
What country?
Brazil, isn't it?
No, that's not Latin America.
No,
That's Southern
Argentina.
I wouldn't call that Latin American.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know.
You
I apologize.
arrogant
Nope. I
white
Now the Pope's gonna
person.
hear this, and now the Pope's never going to come on our show.
fuck.
Shamir Moore's never going to come. The Pope's never going to come.
And neither is Shamar Moore. Shamir or Shamar Moore. Neither of them are going to come.
The Moore twins. We're crossing off potential.
Have you heard
guests
their
left and right.
album? It's called Gimme More. And it's so good.
Did
Hey.
Demi Moore feature on it?
Yeah.
You know what?
Moore.
Yeah.
Speaking about all these cameos and all that, I would like to point out our sponsor of today's podcast, and it's the best sponsor, the biggest sponsor we've ever had, the best. I'd like to introduce our sponsor. It's us. Go check out our music. We are in a band. You know, despite what you might think of us, a couple of goofballs. They got nothing to say. How could they write a song? What are they writing about? Shamar Moore?
A couple of goofballs.
A couple of goofballs, and we're missing some too.
We're missing a couple of goofballs.
It would be 3 couples of goofballs.
Yeah. That's a lot of goofballs for your sonic ear holes.
But yeah, we have a website. You might be listening to the web. This podcast.
You might be listening to our website now.
You might be listening to the podcast through the website. It is themodernwildmusic.com. Go check us out. I think we renewed our subscription. If the website's broken, we're sorry.
Let us know in the comments.
Let us know in the comments.
comments.
But we do have an EP out. We are the Modern Wild. That is the name of our band. Check us out.
Spotify,
Spotify,
Google Play.
Beezer,
iTunes.
Deezer, what's it called?
Deezer.
Deezer.
We are
Deezer.
on Deezer.
We're on SoundCloud too.
Also, if you're listening to the podcast through audio, you can check out our YouTube channel. We'll have a link somewhere on our website, and you can watch the video version if you would like to watch the video version. Go ahead and do that. It will be available at the time of this upload as well. So
Also, if you're watching it on YouTube, you can listen
out
to
the
just
audio.
an audio
listen to
version.
just
It
the
goes
audio.
both ways, folks.
and we'll link that as well.
We'll put all the links up.
So that's our first sponsor. Our second sponsor. This is the best sponsor we've ever had.
It's Deezer.
No, it's not Deezer. It's
Our second and only
it's
sponsor.
sexypussynudes.com.
Oh yeah, that's hot.
Use promo code sexy. Sexy wild.
Sexy Wild. Promo
Promo code Pope Francis.
on sexypussynudes.com.
So thank you very much.
Makes me
to
so
those-
uncomfortable saying that string of words.
It's a real website. Check it out.
Don't check it out unless
Kids, you listening? Yeah, those are our fine sponsors for this week. Thank you so much to those sponsors.
So I'd like to. This was Ben's idea. I'd like to open up the floor a little bit. This segment may not have as many goofs, but you know we'll do our best to goof. But we should. I think it'd be a good idea if we talked about just like stuff that we're watching or listening to or playing or.
Hey, Danny, what are you playing with right now?
What are you playing with? What are you manipulating with your digits?
Nothing.
What are you manipulating with your digits?
What do I play? I don't play a lot of games. I'm not playing any games.
What a loser.
Cool.
Moving on.
You led that category with the wrong person.
No, I know, but it didn't have to be. It could be anything.
Yeah, you watching?
You watch anything?
You watching
Still
this?
manipulate it with your digits.
I re-picked up How I Met Your Mother.
Where you
I know I'm about like a decade late to that game, but I'm in.
If you guys got spoilers, let us know in the comments.
And I had yesterday. So I over the last like 6 months, I just started season 6, and I think there's 7.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
And I still love it. I just am bad with TV. And I was scrolling through the internet, and like the nonsense ads at the bottom that have nothing to do with the page. It was a picture of Yellow Umbrella Girl, and I saw who the mother is. So that was a huge letdown. I already know what happens.
And that's
do you
entirely
even
your
know-
fault. For
Yes. Like,
like,
but
"Oh,
I still
this
didn't,
is-"
I didn't want to see her because now when I see her in the show,
You're like, that's the mom.
yeah. So I hope it's not like I see her now and then you find out later it's the mom. Like I hope they just wait to actually show her because
Do you want to know
what
the answer to what you just asked?
when they show her, not really.
I would put a spoiler warning, but it's about 10
yeah.
years past, so
I mean-
fuck you.
I think you're okay. I'll say that. Don't worry about it. Forget,
Okay.
forget you saw it. You're good.
I'm still putting a spoiler warning.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
When we clap our hands, that means it's over. I'm never clapping my hands.
Also, the show's great. So I hope it doesn't take away anything from it.
It doesn't. Honestly, it's the journey, not the destination.
Ew.
You looking at sexy pussy nudes, Mike?
I am.
No, she got like weird.
She's only 33 right now.
The mom.
Good for her.
How old's Ted?
Like 80.
Ted?
He's got some sweet Civil War chops going right
Josh Renoir.
Josh Hart. Oh yeah.
Radnor.
now. Hartnett. Josh Hartnett.
Who's Josh Hartnett?
He was like a heart.
How I Met Your Brother.
Is he the one in Sonic?
He's 6'4".
The new Sonic?
Is he
Yeah.
really?
No,
Wow,
that's the guy from Westworld, whatever his name
No,
is.
I lied to you.
The guy in Sonic.
Oh yeah, Teddy is what he's called in
he's
Westworld.
Teddy in Westworld.
He's Cyclops.
He was
He's Cyclops in the X-Specs movies.
Oh yeah. Also,
X-Specs.
he's he had his X. He was wearing his X specs. He's also in Enchanted, I think that movie.
Josh Hartnett, the guy from Sonic.
Sonic.
The guy from
And
Sonic.
who's Josh Hartnett?
He was in
Some dude.
some movies.
What's this guy's name? Is this not Josh Hartnett?
No, this is Josh Randor. Radner.
Randor sounds like a Star
Groban.
Wars planet.
Oh, is he related
Planet of Randor.
Gilda Radner?
That's true. That happens.
Okay.
How I Met Your Mother classic. Good.
I'd like to
finish it. You'll be happy.
Speaking of related celebrities, we were talking about the Ted Bundy movie on Netflix that
Zac Efron?
Zac Efron plays. Lily Collins, that actress. Do you know that's Phil Collins' daughter?
I remember hearing that somewhere.
I did not know that.
Really?
She looks nothing like him, but she's a great actress.
Oh, good for
she
her. I'm glad
British?
she doesn't look anything like him.
No.
bald and
Hopefully, she doesn't have the back problems that he did too. That's sad.
Oh, I didn't know that he had back problems.
Yeah, so he can't drum anymore.
yes, he can. He's on tour right now.
Good luck sleeping tonight. Phil Collins can't even
He has
drum
13
anymore.
dates in the United States right now.
Shit.
Well, then he got a sweet cyborg back. In which case, good for him.
He's got 13 dates?
I can feel it. I'd like to say I like playing games. I'm a gamer. Currently, I'm playing Rage 2. Rage 2.
True.
No, it's a great game. If you've ever played Doom or Wolfenstein or any games like that, it's very similar. It's the kind of game where you just jump in and fucking kill everything.
It is.
The story is not the strong point. The strong point is just the pure action gameplay of it. You know, I wouldn't tell you to buy that game if you're looking for a strong narrative because it's really not there. But if you're looking to just have a fun game to just literally fucking murder shit and just explore and just pretty much just murder shit, that's the game. It is. I'm having.
Can
a
you
good time
also maybe murder shit?
It definitely is id as fuck.
It's super id software.
Super id software, which I think is great. I grew up on id games. That was my first game ever. Was Quake 2.
Quake 2. Hey, id Software literally made first-person shooters, so respect the
name.
respect the name, though.
I didn't know they made GoldenEye.
they made Quake and Doom, and I'm pretty sure Wolfenstein 3D was the very
Yeah, I think that
first
was the first one.
first-person shooter. But that's cool.
They also made Commander Keen.
Huh?
Commander Keen.
I don't know.
It was a 2D platform.
What are you playing, Michael? The sad boy.
A combination of Rage 2, Civ 6, and Skyrim for like
5.
400th.
Skyrim 5?
Rage
Skyrim
2,
5.
Civ 6, Skyrim 5.
Skyrim 5. For like the 800th time. I've got 3 separate characters going on that right now too.
You know, it actually is Elder Scrolls 5.
It is.
Skyrim. So
I know, so I said
Elder
that.
Scrolls 5.
I don't know
Skyrim
about
5.
that.
What, I picked up Skyrim. I was like super late to the game. I never really played it. And then I bought it last year and played it for a little while. But the class I picked, I wasn't in love with. I was trying to go for like a battle mage.
It's fun.
It was cool, but like I find that if you don't dump all your stats into the mage, you run out of magic very fast, especially at like medium levels.
Combat is never the strong point, I don't think, of those games. Elder Scroll games. It's literally like click, 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 click.
But like I keep running out of spells, and then like I don't have the armor to like do up close, so I ended up dumping a bunch into stealth and bows, which is like a cool way to play. I like playing that way. But what type of builds do you enjoy since you have fucking 3 going?
Well,
right
see,
now?
the thing about Skyrim is you can literally change your archetype at any point.
Yeah, which is cool.
Like, if you don't want to be a mage anymore, just put your stuff into, like, swords and stealth and stuff like that, and then just run it like that. The only thing you're really losing out is if you made your character, like, a wood elf or something, those perks are specific to, like, maybe... I don't remember if it was wood elf. I think high elves have, like, high magic stuff. But, like,
Right.
So if you do that, like, those perks are kind of wasted if you're not going to use that. But you can literally just do whatever you want.
Well, and that is the good and bad thing about the Elder Scrolls 5 and also about Fallout 4, because they're pretty much the same game at the core of it, is that it's so general and any character that you make can do anything, and some people don't like that as much. Some people want more of a defined role-playing experience, which you don't really get without modding the shit out of your game, which is what I've been doing with Skyrim. Like I've just been trying to get like perk overhauls, race overhauls,
The anime skins.
the anime skins.
That's Fallout. I don't know if they have them for Skyrim.
I'm sure they do.
You gonna get the penis mod?
Not yet, but maybe
Link
in the
is
future.
links in description.
I don't know. Anytime I play a Bethesda,
Oblivion.
a Bethesda god. Anytime I play a Bethesda game, it's stealth sniper.
Oh, yeah.
Stealth sniper is the best way to go. Stealth sniper, speech, lock picking,
You want to have 100 speech so you can talk your way out of anything.
anything.
I love Fallout so much. Oh my god.
What a
Gare
great
Bear,
game.
what are you playing?
Since Ben has pestered me about it for many mango seasons,
Many mango moons.
many mango moons, I'm going back and playing The Witcher 3, which I played a little bit until you copulate with the first girl, and then I
You felt accomplished enough to
yeah,
just
and
put
I was
the
like,
controller down.
yeah, then I
Away.
never, then I sold it, and then it was on sale on the PlayStation Store, so I bought it like a month or two ago, and I just got through a fight where I died 20 fucking times and it was infuriating, and then I beat it, but it's a great game. I don't play that many video games. When I do, I have a really short attention span.
So bad at that.
Like I'll play for a little bit and it'll be cool, and then I'll just like fucking forget about it, or it's like the effort it takes, the mental energy I have to expend to play a video game. I'd rather just lay there.
You literally just sit there and move your fingers. I don't understand.
No, I agree with
it's
Garrett wholeheartedly.
You know, there's like a
If you don't have the mental capacity, just think for a couple seconds, how do I press the right trigger to blow something up? I'm sorry, but maybe video games aren't for you.
no, it's not that. It's just like
you gotta sit up straight
I like to lay down and stare at the ceiling and think about my choices.
and just lay there and pray.
And thus, the sad boy was born.
That does sound a lot like depression. By the way,
It does. I'm doing fine. I'm
gonna throw that out
promise.
there.
I can't even play video games. I just want to stare at the wall.
You and I should both talk to somebody or each other, or
Yeah,
Now, if you guys talk together,
But that's a lot
talk
of
to each
effort.
other, you'll probably figure out a way to end it.
all
figure
end
out
it
a
all.
way.
Oh, you already know.
like figure out a way. What are you
Figure out
talking
a way to
about?
end it.
Speaking about copulating in The Witcher. Speaking about copulating in The Witcher, in the group chat last night, one of our bandmates, Spencer, asked us, because I guess he's going to play it now.
Is he? I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah, he was just like, anything I should know. And you said that there's boobs in it. And I said, how did you know that? And you never responded. How did you know there's boobs in the game? And you were looking up Witcher boobies?
No, I'm trying to remember what I said last night.
You pull it up. We'll get the log.
Oh my god.
You read out loud what
Oh
happened.
my god, did I say that?
Oh no, I don't remember saying that.
What'd you say?
Ben said, "All you need to know is you'll catch on to the previous story just by playing, and it's great. That's all. That's all." And I said, "Also, there's boobs sometimes, and that's cool too."
And then and then I said, how did you know that? And you never responded.
I don't remember saying that, but no, I've
Activated like a sleeper cell or something?
also there's boobs. I played it.
Did you?
Yeah, I got like to where you fight the is it the homunculus for the king?
I don't remember.
You do a mission for a king.
Yeah, that's like probably fairly far in. You're probably like 50% of the way there.
Yeah, and then I just stopped playing it.
It's pretty long.
Oh, yeah,
I have a hard time with long
Now I remember.
games.
It is. Also, there's so much happening. There's like a lot to the game, and a lot is.
That's why it's great.
I know, but
I know.
Well, yeah,
it,
like
it
every-
tires me out.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
the same. You have to
God.
every monster. You have to like research a way to beat the monster, craft the correct
That's
components,
so not that
blah blah blah.
complicated, though.
I mean,
No, but
It tells you what to do. It says, look in the log. It'll tell you how to beat it. You read a couple paragraphs, and you're like, now I know how to beat it.
I don't want to
And then
do
you beat
work
it.
though. I have to go.
I want
to
a Crash
work.
Bandicoot
That's
where I
that
can square
in-depth
button
story.
and I spin whatever and they die.
Yeah, that's the energy I have.
Yeah, that's the level I'm at. Even platforming takes too high a mental faculty for me to process.
Oh, I gotta press X to jump. Fuck.
No, I know it's too much.
No, it's a great game.
Why can't the game just play itself and I watch it?
That's a movie.
That's a whole genre of YouTube videos.
All right, I got one more news story for us. Guys, I did it.
You did.
You did?
I don't believe you.
That's what I was looking for. I found the most interesting man in America.
That's a whoa. Okay.
That's a whoa.
So this guy was recently arrested.
In Florida?
Wait,
No,
so
but you know what's funny is like
you start off the greatest man in America.
I
So
said
he was arrested.
most interesting.
Oh, whatever. Same difference.
The most greatest man in America.
I don't even know where to start. There's so many fucking juicy deets, guys.
It's like a video game.
There's so many fucking juicy deets.
born?
Tarantino it.
Yeah. Where was this guy?
Start at the
Well,
end.
I don't even know where. I don't care where he was born because I don't know anything about him.
He's from
yet.
Oklahoma. At least that's where he lives. But it's a very Florida-esque story.
I'm going to assume he was a native to Florida.
Yeah,
Just by the mere fact that you started off with he was arrested.
it's funny doing some of the research for this, which I don't know if you can tell, it's incredibly well researched, and I didn't just do it in the 30 minutes before this podcast.
You know when you got all week to do something and you don't?
Like most of the stories are from Florida, Arizona, or Japan. Like almost all the ones that I look at the headline, I'm like, what the fuck are Florida, Arizona, which we knew, Arizona, the Florida of the West,
It's a crazy, yeah.
and then Japan, the Florida of the Far East.
You know what? I wouldn't even disrespect Japan like that. They're not Florida. They're something else.
Yeah,
I think
that's true,
Japan
that's
is
true.
just straight up Japan. Florida's like you got a bunch of fucking inbred hicks, fucking eating people's faces like pizza. At Japan, you're like you got these people who are buying little girls' panties out of vending machines in subways. So
Like the restaurant?
yeah.
So this guy, I'm going to start with his name. Joe Exotic.
Rad.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Rad.
Great start,
Rad.
right?
Fuck, I wish that was my name.
2016, he ran for Oklahoma governor.
Okay, so this guy's got a
Very interesting. Mayor Exotic.
Yeah,
got a
Mayor Joe
resume.
Mr. Exotic to you.
Please Joe was my father.
And made a bid for president in the most recent election.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm sure he got no traction. This guy,
But he's going for it.
he was going for it. Now he's going for a
I
pack
make
of
a move.
smokes.
You got any smokes? That's how I imagine how he
He's a
sounds.
self-proclaimed country music star.
Oh,
Self-proclaimed star.
Star, not even country musician.
He made a music video which I watched 3 seconds of, threw up in my mouth, and turned it off.
We gotta see that.
We have to
He
see this.
Links in
I
the
can sync up
description.
the video and the thing if we want to watch that. You keep going though. We'll watch that after.
So this guy looks like an old boot left in the sun. He's got
Delicious.
a bowl cut that is bleached, and also mullet going on in the back.
Doing the deal.
He's doing the deal.
That's a bowl cut.
He's got many large earrings going all the way up and down the sides of his ear. And like it's like a goatee, but it doesn't complete the chin.
Wait,
It-
what is him?
It's like a mustache that goes all the way down to his chin, but like the
Oh,
horizontal
so they'll
part
like
at
a biker mustache.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
Thing going.
So Joe Dirt.
Joe Exotic.
Please address him properly.
I'm gonna attempt to find just one picture of Joe Exotic. We'll throw it up on this
Send me that article.
on the screen. But I'm going to show you guys a picture of this Mr. Joe Exotic because he's great. And this
Mr.
is
Exotic. Dr. Exotic.
Senor.
Senor Exotic.
Senora Exotic.
I like Dr. Exotic, though.
Dr. Exotic.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah. He kind of looks like Officer Dangle.
Did I describe him okay?
Yeah, you did.
Pretty much to a T.
He's got some big ass ears.
Yeah, he's got some neck tattoos. He looks fucking bewildered in this picture.
He doesn't know why he's being photographed.
You know what? I don't normally see a white person and think, well, they're white, so they're racist. But I look at that white person, I say, there's probably a Nazi tattoo hidden somewhere on.
Oh, that dude is definitely a racist. You don't have a bleached bowl cut mullet without some racism in there.
Without being raised in a mobile home.
So, a few things about this guy. He owned an exotic wildlife zoo in Oklahoma.
That's
where the name comes from.
Joe Exotic, mostly tigers.
full circle.
He has his own line of condoms called Tiger King condoms.
Tiger King.
What do they taste like?
I don't know. Oh, tiger's blood.
What? Flavored condoms? You think Joe Exotic makes milk toast regular latex tasting condoms?
Milk toast flavored condoms.
Look, if the woman's gonna be putting it on with her mouth, you gotta have it taste not like rubber. That's all I'm saying.
That's another discussion for another
All right,
time,
let's
I think.
table that one for next time.
So I guess what happened was in the interview I saw, this comes from WCVB.com, which I assume is some Oklahoma news outlet. Yeah, this is Oklahoma City. I haven't done a good job of citing our sources today, but they were all on the internet, so they're all true.
What? You always cite our sources so well.
And I have to this point. This is the first time I've forgotten. So according to this dude in the interview, the guy in the interview is wearing a leather jacket to a zoo, which is a whole nother can of worms. But he said that Joe Exotic. So there's this lady who's like big cats animal rights activist.
like
like
only
they could-
specifically for big cats.
Yeah.
Or like,
Or
big,
she's a big cats and animal rights.
or
activist.
is she a fan of Big the Cat from Sonic?
that one.
All three probably.
That one.
It's probably some favorite Sonic character, you know, given her
That fucking
occupation.
stupid one.
No, for like large cats. And she was like trying to get his quote unquote zoo, which from the images just looked like a bunch of fucking tigers in cages. Like it didn't look like
Wasn't in his backyard.
it looked like he like a store shut down and he like put up a fence around a lot, knocked it down, and put some cages up. Like it was just like it looked like a small prison for tigers. So good for this lady for being like, no, these are magnificent fucking wild beasts. Let's not keep them. But like they
I
would
say release them on Joe Exotic.
It was like, yeah, Joe Exotic versus the Tigers. Pay-per-view. That would make so much money.
Cinco.
So I guess people went there. I mean, what else you can do in Oklahoma, I guess.
Except go to the tiger
Tornadoes.
prison.
Yeah.
Tiger prison.
Like talking
And-
through glass.
He said that, so this lady was like trying to get him shut down because
Kill me.
tigers had attacked employees, like the tigers.
No kidding.
Some of them have, yeah, right. Some of them had died from like not being cared for properly.
bastard.
He falsified like the documents, like the wildlife documents. He falsified them so that he could have the tigers. Like he's just a fucking shady guy. And let's not forget, this dude ran for president and governor, and has condoms. Just has them.
I don't see what is wrong here.
I don't
yet.
see the problem at all.
Get to the weird part.
And so I guess he was asking pretty much anyone in a leather jacket at his zoo if he would kill this woman, the animal rights activist.
Hold on, can I just say, walking into a zoo with a leather jacket is like, I'm human and I'm better than you and I know it, so that's why I wear your skin.
I'm wearing your father.
So that's already like a weird thing to do.
Yeah, so he like
Any takers?
Did he just assume anybody with a leather jacket would kill for money?
In Oklahoma, probably.
Actually, that's a fair enough.
I mean, also we're forgetting that the people showing up in leather jackets are going to Joe Exotic's backyard fucking
Bonanza.
So yeah, those people that are going there are probably murderers.
I forgot the mitigating circumstances. I'm sorry.
but it was funny because in like the news clip that I saw, it was like he was like it was like a really sunny day, and I know it gets hot as shit in Oklahoma, you know, and like this woman that's with him is like she's wearing like a shirt and like she looks like a zoo goer. And this other guy's like wearing like this heavy ass leather jacket. He's like, he's just asking anyone in a leather jacket.
Personally, I feel a little offended.
Yeah, and to answer your question, Mike, he had one taker, and it was an undercover FBI agent.
Do you think he was there?
Yeah,
Or do
no,
you think-
he was there
like-
not to see the tigers. He was there to arrest Joe Exotic.
And then Joe said, "Hey, do you want to arrest me now?" Basically, by
Hey, why you
asking an undercover FBI, "Hey, you see that woman over there? Can you kill her for me?" And he's just. You're
Yeah,
gonna
his
me.
offer was $3,000
nothing.
before and quote more after.
What is that?
And
More.
You can't offer $3,000 to kill somebody.
I mean, he did. You can. You can offer whatever you want.
I think
If you're
that's the
Joey E, you
That's
can.
the biggest crime here is that he was ripping some people off.
But it showed he has like videos on YouTube of like before this, like as if just polling the populace to see if anybody would kill a woman for you wasn't enough like incriminating behavior. There's like he like dressed up a mannequin as this lady on his YouTube channel and like blew the mannequin's head off with a gun on the YouTube channel. And like just I mean you go listeners at home go look up just watch some Joe Exotic. It's fascinating for one.
Subscribe
and,
to his channel.
yeah, and terrifying for another. So yeah, I think he right now has a bid for most interesting guy in America.
I would think so. I got nothing.
I feel like we need to keep
Close to that.
a scoreboard right here.
One for. I need to get more.
Dennis
points.
Rodman's up there
Dennis Rodman
Yeah.
is definitely up there.
Broke his dick.
several times
I think 3 times that we know of.
that we know of.
There's probably
Is that
more.
real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
Broke my dick.
There's like a video, like a 20-minute video. He in detail goes through how he broke his dick 3 times.
Yeah, so I was fucking this girl and I tried to pull out and the blood's squirting everywhere. I broke my dick.
Oh, that's an option?
What, to break your dick? Think about your dick and like just think about how easy it is to break it.
I don't want to talk about this.
Well, you brought it. You asked.
No, we're gonna.
Yes, it's an option.
Okay. All right.
So he's like in prison now. I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's facing.
Dennis Rodman?
He's no. Well,
Wait,
probably.
hold on. Wait. I just got an idea. Mike, when you go back inside, find a carrot and snap it in half. Okay, go on.
Yeah, he's facing charges for.
So I don't think we're gonna be hearing any more from Joe Exotic.
I know, isn't that sad?
I don't
soon.
know.
No, because he's probably gonna have some prison documentary.
Yeah, some prison YouTube series. I'm sure he'll do something, or maybe he'll be like a born again pastor, or like.
God, I hope
You know,
or the Pope.
I won't say the world is his oyster because he's had a lot of options closed off.
But I mean, can you imagine that guy?
Oklahoma is his oyster.
Can you
The
imagine? The,
Oklahoma prison system is his oyster.
can you imagine the empire that Joe Exotic would have built given the opportunity?
I'm sure he'll build an empire on the inside.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna get
In the
stabbed.
slam- in the
He's gonna
slammer.
get stabbed with like a broom handle or something.
I don't know. He's
They're just gonna put some tigers in his cell.
this guy's got charisma oozing out of his pores. You know, like the sky's the limit. Well, the roof of the prison is the limit for Joe Exotic.
physical
The top of
limit.
the barbed wire fence is the limit
The 3 feet concrete in between each cell is the limit.
for Mr. Joe Exotic.
Oh, poor guy.
Also of note,
Poor guy. Can we just say it? Poor Joe.
also
do to deserve
also of
that?
note, his. I guess I didn't look too far into this side of the story because I was so fascinated with all the other facets of the man we now know as Joe
Why'd you
Exotic.
say it like that?
What
Facets.
Facets.
facets?
Facets.
Facets.
Facet.
Facets of the faces of Joe Exotic, and but I think his late husband,
I'm sorry, what?
his late husband,
Okay. Following you.
because the guy's Joe Exotic's real name is Joseph Maldonado Passage. It's like a hyphenated last name. And the other guy's name was something Maldonado, and it was his husband. And that part I know is true. The late, I'm not sure if he died or not, but he accidentally shot himself. I don't know if he was cleaning it. I'm pretty sure he died. The husband died.
Maldonado.
That's sad.
Yeah, sad. So, you know, he's got this whole intricate web that he's weaving. And like
He's doing this.
I just gotta know more, get to know Joe, you know? That's what I want. I just want more Joe.
I feel like over this next week we should do a lot of in-depth
Yeah,
research.
let's. You keep
on
Joe, and we'll do
Exotic.
Joe updates, exotic updates.
Joe Exotic.
Exotic updates.
I'll make a banner and everything. We'll have exotic updates every week or every time.
Let's have a brief moment of silence for the tiger career of
Everybody.
Joe Exotic.
Everybody.
All right, and that's going to do it here for us at Fortuitous Time with Modern Wild. Thanks for listening
Live from our studios.
Go check us out on Spotify, SoundCloud, themodernwildmusic.com.
If you're wondering why you're seeing a bunch of instruments lying all over the place, it's because we're currently recording a new album.
We are recording a new album.
Just bought them. We're going to figure out how to play them.
Check us out on all the social media outlets. Modern Wild Music on Instagram, The Modern Wild Music on Instagram, The Modern Wild on Twitter, Facebook. Yep, that's it. Thanks for listening to us. That's our time and a little bit extra. Stay fortuitous.
Did you bring my steroids?
You had them.
I thought those were for me.
They were for both of you.
Damn it, Mike! I want my steroids.
That's how we end.